Okay, welcome everybody to Impromptu Tuesday stream. I went to Hobby Lobby. We're all laughing in chat. I was enabled by Zandra. I call her Z. But Zandra17 Scraps to Beauty on YouTube. And she's been working in this journal. And I thought, I just never really wanted it until I saw Sandra working in it. So I'm blaming Zandra. I have no idea really what I'm going to do in it except throw some paint, some ink, some whatever in it. So anyway, Hubster got this for me. I used a 40% off coupon, and I got this at Hobby Lobby. It's normally $24.99, so 40% off of that. So I got it for like 16 bucks or something. So this was my Valentine's Day gift from Hubster. We don't do Valentine's, and we have the motto around the Willingham house is every day is Valentine's Day. But anyway, so he bought me this for Valentine's Day. So I'm going to work in it. It's the Dina. Am I saying that? Is it the Dina? Because I get Diane Reevely and Dina Wakley. I think it's Dina. Dina Wakley's Media Journal. You guys in chat. Hey, Linda. Mink? Anybody else popping in? Melissa? Yes, yes. I'm going to make you go to Hobby Lobby on Monogram. Oh, Melissa. So anyway, it's got all kinds. Now let me look. I don't know what this is. I don't know if somebody bought it and returned it and signed it, or because this is not her signature. I don't know who Gracie, James, and Caitlin are. I don't know who those people are, but somebody signed the beginning of the front of this journal. It was the last one. I'll paint over it unless it's somebody I should save. I don't know, Xandra. Is that anybody I should know about? But anyway, so it was the last one, so, I had to roll with it. But anyway, so, yeah, it's got all different kinds of paper in it. It's got smooth paper, faux watercolor, burlap, and this was one of the selling points from Sandra, is how she cut this up. I think she cut an edge. I don't remember what you did. Yeah, so I guess someone tested it. I don't know. I'll paint over it. It's no big deal. But hey, Marion, how you doing? And hey, Susan. So anyway, when Xandra started cutting into the burlap, because when I'd seen that, I've picked this, I picked it up a few times, right? But I never thought, well, what am I going to do with that? I don't scrapbook in this kind of, yeah, you just scallop edge, yeah. And Xandra's been doing all kinds of mermaid stuff in it. So come on in, Diva. Come on up here. Come on, you want to sit up here behind me? Come on. Gonna have to be quiet. There she's sitting behind me. If she keeps meowing, I'll run her out. But anyway, so, and it's got this like linen type cloth in here, and then a couple more of the white pages, and then a different kind of linen, and then it's got some more burlap, and then it's got some of the craft paper. I think it doesn't have black paper in it. I guess it doesn't have black. But it's got all these different kinds of papers, and I love all the little strings from the burlap. Anyway, so I just never thought I would use it. But, Xandra, being the enabler that she is. And so I thought I would throw some ink on it, maybe use some of my Diane Reevely, what do you call it, napkins. Here, let me pull those out. We use these on some of the posters and stuff. And I have this, and I never use this. I mean, I've torn out a few sheets. Oh, I know what I see what I used it for. I used it to make some tabs. And so I have a few of the blank, where I've used for tabs. But I never really use this anywhere. So maybe we'll use some of that, some of the napkins, some of the inks, our new inks that we got on clearance. Hey, Sarah. So maybe we'll use some of that. So let me show you what else I got at Hobby Lobby at the sale. Like I said, they pretty much at my Hobby Lobby finished marking everything down. This was not on clearance. I just used a 40% off coupon. But they were still marking some things down. So I asked the girl that I always, I actually helped open that store like 10 years ago, whatever it was that it opened, and one of the girls that opened the store with me, I mean, I'm talking about build the store. Because I used to be in visual merchandising back in my youth. Well, I shouldn't say it. Back in my, when I was younger, that was my career, was visual merchandising. So when they announced that they're going to open a new store, a Hobby Lobby store, I think it's about 10 years ago, because it was before I was streaming. So it had to be somewhere around 10 years ago. And she's still there. And so I talked to her, and she was marking some stuff down. So we opened the store, and by opening the store, I mean that you have one big, huge warehouse with absolutely nothing in it, no shelves, no racks, no anything, and we built that. You build the racks, you build the shelves, you build it, and they will come. So anyway, I talk to her every time I go in there or anytime I see her. So she was down the ink aisle. So, and she wasn't quite done, but I figured I was, okay? Stick a fork in me, I was done. But I did tell her about all the Hobby Lobby haul videos and all, because she didn't know about all the videos, all the Hobby Lobby haul videos going around. And so I told her about that, and she goes, really? She goes, why do people watch those? I said, because they want to see what people buy and what's on clearance, and they want to go buy the stuff too. She goes, oh, okay, that made sense, while she was click, 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 click. So let me show you what I got. You didn't know that, Eileen? Yeah. So it was about a 6-week job, I think. 6 weeks, I think, is how long. I didn't stay to work at the store after that. I just helped build it. Okay, so let me show you some of the stuff I got. So I got 3 different kinds of ink pads. They were all, like these mementos were normally $5.99 for $1.50. And I think I got all the ones that she was marking down. You can't go wrong with, ink pads. And that's why I tweeted to hope if Janet goes to Hobby Lobby, if she needs any ink pads, she'll go check this aisle out. Okay, so these were $1.50, normally $5.99. So I got Pear Tart Memento, Tangelo, and Rosebud. So that's what I got in the Memento. Then in the archival inks, I love, everybody, we all love our archival inks. I have black, brown, I have a few colors, a teal, a few colors. But anyway, I did not have these 2 colors. They were regularly $5.99 for $1.50 as well. I'm trying to see the color here. I'll have to, open them here. Leaf green. So I got leaf green. Susan, I must go. Never mind. Oh, no. I know, right? And then the majestic violet. So I got those 2. And then in the color box, I got the 2 chalk inks. Well, this one's chalk and this one is dye. I thought they were both dye. But anyway, this is a chalk. I bought them for the colors. And they were normally $4.99 for $1.25. I know, guys. I know. So this one is, what colors are these? This one is Rose Claire. This one is Clear, what is it? Glacier Lake. This is Glacier Lake. So again, these were like $1.25. You can't beat that, right? Now, this other thing, y'all are probably going to laugh. Well, let me show you the stamp sets I got, okay? There's a couple stamp sets I bought. I've got 2 for Ange, because she's going to be my Valentine. And I got 1 for myself. Now, I, of course, thought of Eileen when I bought this, but it's normally $9.99 for $2.50. I couldn't resist the pineapples and flamingos. Sorry, Eileen. So, yeah, this is a Hampton Art, normally $9.99 for $2.50. And it's got pineapples, flamingos, and it's those watercolor kind where you put down the, you get it watercolory with like a marker, and then you stamp that, and then you stamp, it's layered stamping. Layer stamping. So, and it's been a long time. I have done this back when I would go to archivers, on crops and stuff. I have not done a layering technique since then. So I'm going to have to probably look it up, or Eileen can tell me how to do it because I don't remember. I think you stamp the solid and then a mid-tone and then the darkest on top. So this would be light, medium, and dark stamping in the same hue. So yeah, I don't know if she wants me to do the flamingo today, but then it's got these leaves, these hibiscus flowers. So I thought, hey, $2.50. No, I saw the Tombow markers I saw on sale at Michael's, Susan, last week. Now I don't know what they got going on this week. The Tombow markers. They had the Tombows for like normally 25, 26 for 50, I think 17. So, but no, I didn't see that at Hobby Lobby. And I'm talking clearance stuff here. The Tombows are not going to go on clearance. You'd like to layer flamingos under a truck. So I got this one for myself. Now I got these two, and if Ange has these, I'll send them to somebody else. So I'll ask Ange later if she watches this, or I'll just ask her. I thought I saw her say she did not have any of the Julie Nutting dolls. I know Sherry has them all, but I thought I saw Ange say she did. Oh, there she is. Ange, didn't you say you did not have any Julie Nutting dolls? This was regularly $7. I got it for $1.75. It was the only one. It was literally the only one. So either somebody beat me to them, or this was the only one left. But anyway, so I got this for you if you don't have it. So if you don't have that, Ange, I got that for you because I thought you said on one of your videos that you didn't have any. So yeah, pick that up for you because you're my Valentine. And then the other thing I'm kind of waiting to see. Oh, you have that one? Okay, well then we'll find somebody else that doesn't have it. And if you don't have this, you're still my Valentine, even if you have this stuff, Ange. Okay, so I know how much you love butterflies. So this was normally $10 for $2.50. So I got you these clear butterfly stamps. Look how gorgeous. Look at the hummingbird, the ladybug. Do you have this one? So let me know if you have this. Because did I buy stuff you already got when you went? Ange has everything. Well, I'll see if she doesn't have it. I don't know if because she went and bought a bunch of stuff too. She probably already bought this for her and Jeannie. Knowing Ange, if this was available, then she bought this for her and Jeannie, I'm sure. But I don't know if she has this one or not. But isn't that beautiful? You don't have that one? Okay. I'll send that to you. Actually, I'll send them both to you if you want to give this to somebody else, Ange, because I know you're doing giveaways too. So I'll send these both to you, and you can give this away. You can do a giveaway yourself. On one of your giveaways, you can give this away. Okay? All right, so those are going to Ange. So let me put those over here in my outgoing. Oh, and I got to show y'all this real quick. Debbie Boring sent me. She was in chat yesterday, in my regular scheduled. Oh well, let me show you one more thing I bought first. Okay, so the last thing I bought, I did not need this at all. But if y'all have ever priced these, and I always tell you, don't buy these. Go buy you a Walmart fishing tackle box. But the art bin box. These are about $30. I don't have there's not a sticker of the original price on here. But I bought this, and again, if you want a art bin type box, just go buy you a tackle box at Walmart for way, way cheaper. Not dissing on art bin. Not dissing on. They're good, but I'm just saying. You can get pretty much the same thing. at Walmart or Target, in fishing tackle boxes. You're welcome, Ange. I saw this. They moved the clearance section at Hobby Lobby from one side wall to the back main wall again, and they are shoving all the clearance stuff. This was over there in that clearance. Do y'all want to know how much? Because y'all know, Eileen, some of y'all probably know how much these art bin boxes are. I'm not sure how much this exact one is, but it's just like a tackle box. Look, guys, it's essentially a tackle box, right? And Cam has his own, and he doesn't use this anyway. He uses backpack type thing, like messenger bag type carries. He doesn't, teenager's not going to carry this. Okay, so I know I've been holding out telling y'all how much it is. Wait for it. Wait for it. Can y'all see that? I know it's going to fuzz up, but look at that. $3.75. $3. Hey, Queen Pam, and 75 cents. I don't know. Queen Pam just put a link in there. I don't know. I can't go, so I don't know how much they are. And 40. So Pam said these are $40. $3 and set. I mean, if I use it as a footstool, if I put it under my desk and rest my feet on it. Hey, Sarah. For $3.75, I'll throw a pillow on it and make it a footstool. So now this was in the actual clearance aisle. It could be in some stores. You got to check. You got to check all the aisles. They're just starting at my Hobby Lobby to move this type stuff over into the actual clearance section, but it still might at this point be over in the art section. So check over there if y'all are going. If y'all are going to get these inks, you might as well just look everywhere. You might have to go, Susan. Yeah. So again, I don't know what I'm going to use it for, but because I don't like things hidden away. If things are boxed, I barely do well with putting things in boxes like this, where I can get right to it. I even have problems getting this stuff out. So I'm not really one to put things in boxes or bins and stuff like that, because then I, forget it's in there. But for $3.75, I had to get it. Okay, so let's pull this back out here. But if you do want something like this, I really highly suggest that you first check. I mean, if you like the art bin name and all that, and they're nice, but, if you want a budget-friendly box like this, it's a fishing tackle box. Okay, so let me put that to the side and get back. Oh, so Debbie Boring, yeah, so yesterday Debbie in chat asked me if I got my birthday card from her. I said no. Well, yesterday afternoon, after I got done streaming, after the mail came, my next door neighbor came over and brought me her card. He had got it in his mailbox. And look what's so funny on the back. Let me know if you don't receive this. This is on the back of the card. I can't show you the front, obviously, for address, but I want to show y'all what she made. Look at the card she made. You've survived another year. She put mine and Jeff on a stamp. So there's me and Jeff Probst from Survivor. Y'all know I'm a Survivor fan. I've watched every season for 15 years or whatever. And so look what she made me. You've survived another year. And she put me in Jeff's. Eileen says, did your friends say why they're doing the discounts? Are they getting ready? Yes, she said new things are coming in soon. Very, very soon, she said. New stuff's coming in real soon. I don't know about anything about furniture, Eileen. I don't shop the that kind of stuff, the home accessory stuff. I'm not a home accessory type person. I don't buy frames and doodads and all that. So I didn't ask. I didn't ask about that, the home decor stuff. But isn't that hilarious? So she put my head, and I know you can't see it. Let me see if I can. Hang on. Let me do put the autofocus on for a minute. See if I can get it to focus. I don't know if I can, but we'll try. Come on. I have it on autofocus to see if it'll do it. Maybe I need something darker. Here, let's try this. Look. Okay, let me see if I can get the focus back down here. Susan, did I get? Yes. Oh, I did get your card too. I got yours day before yesterday. I sure did. And I forgot to show it yesterday, but I did. I got it's sitting right here to show. So I got Susan's card too. Sweet birthday wishes, and look, it's all like pop dotted up. Can you see the little, they're like little donut houses. They're houses of donuts with glaze on them. There, see? Yeah, so I did. I got both of those. And so thanks. And then Debbie sent a little book, a little booklet that she made. It's so cute with following a dot. So thank you so much, Debbie, and Susan. Thank you both. Yeah, that worked well with the focus. I'll have to keep that handy. Okay, so let's go back to where Zandra has enabled me. Let me move this down just a little. There we go. And I probably should put something down because it's going to get messy. Let me move my inks out of the way. Just off the table here. I'll keep that teal one handy because that was working well. All right, let me get a piece of wax paper or... Yeah. Okay, so, and I'm probably going to have to close the blinds. The sun's coming out. There we go. So what I wanted to do, and I really can't remember, I mean, I've watched probably all the process videos that Zandra has done on this, and she uses a lot of paint, she uses a lot of stuff. But I wanted to use our inks. So I think I'm going to try to focus on using the inks. And maybe even focus on using, let me put this over here, the dilution spray inks. You know, I don't want to do smack and dragon. I'd rather do spray the inks and use the water. Now this is probably going to get messy, so I did put on one of my work shirts instead of my white shirt that I had on when I was out. Yeah, I know. See, I started another one too. I should do 2 at a time. So here's my plan. I don't know if it'll work, but my plan is, do y'all remember when I had the giant Moleskine, the big one? It's probably this, well, I think it was even bigger than the new Dina Wakley one coming out. The big giant moly, and I did the Smack and Dragon in that. I don't want to do that. It's too much. It's a lot of work. I don't want to run around. I want to kind of just, you know, so I'm not going to smack and drag. I'm going to drip and spray. But I want to fill the book. Maybe with some white paint, some black paint, some sprays. So I am going to get down my, I'm going to bring them over here too. I don't know how much is in each one because I haven't used them in a while, but I'm going to bring my dilutions over here. Now, here's the difference. The dilutions will reconcentrate. This one's almost empty. The dilutions will reconcentrate, so they're not like, maybe when they're 100% dry and sit a while, they won't reactivate, but these reactivate, whereas these do not. So, those pages need gesso. Too much water will make the paper pill. Oh, okay. I'll test one. I'll test one. But thanks for telling me that, Xandra, because I got this big bottle of gesso on clearance. This Bob Ross gesso, normally $17 for $4.25. So yeah, so I'll test one and see what happens. But I did not know that. Thank you, Xandra. I mean, I saw you gesso everything, right? But I didn't think, that I might need to do that. So let me get the rest of my Dilutions inks over here. And some of these are, not a lot in them. I really should restock, but I got all those inks. So I'm going to get the colors down here. Black and white. So, okay, so here's all my Dilutions. And then I have my inks. I'll put the napkins to the side, and the Jane Davenport napkins till we get past this point. Okay, it got dark in here again. Did it? Did it get too dark? Let me see about lightening it back up a little. Because since I closed the blinds. I did one page, not gesso, and it pilled. Okay. So I need to gesso. Okay, well, hey, And normally, guys, let me just say this. Normally when I gesso something, I just use white acrylic paint. The reason I bought this is because it was $4. Okay. I don't normally buy gesso. And I'll tell you one of the reasons. Now, I did buy the clear gesso when I had a coupon. This one here. Hang on, where is it? I did buy the Finnabair Art Basics Clear Gesso a while back because I wanted to test it on color book pages. And it's too much trouble. When I do I just use it. I just go for color and inks and whatever. So I like it. And here's what I loved about this. I used to use, not really use, but tested, like a Liquitex and I don't know that I've ever tested, probably have, but I don't remember, tested the golden. But the reason I have never liked gesso is the grittiness of it. But then when I saw this stuff, and I did open it and test it before I bought it, it's smooth as butter, not a bit of grit. And I did the same thing with this Bob Ross one at the store. I opened it up and put some on my finger, and there's no grit. So if it had been gritty, I would have given it to Cam to use. All right, so I'm pretty sure, I don't know, maybe I tested it when I got home. But anyway, for $4, I think I figured if it is gritty, I'll give it to Cam. But it wasn't, so it's very smooth. That's one of the things I never liked about gesso is the grittiness. Okay, so since Xandra says I have to, let me get that heat gun ready. We're going to need that, baby, if I want to do this whole book. So here's the plan. The plan is to put some type of, well, I'm going to leave that on there so I can show people, go, what journal are you working at? So I'll leave that. So it's 54 pages, Dina Wakley's Media Journal by Ranger. And again, somebody tested their signature in it, I guess, I don't know who that is, but it was the last one, so Hubster bought this for me for Valentine's Day, so yeah, we rolled with it, baby. We rolled with it. Okay, so Xandra says that the papers, and there's all different kinds of papers. So I'll just wait on the first page because that's where I'll want to do probably my name and brush lettering or something like that. So I want to do let's just do a little test here. So let's get, I like that marine blue. Is this it? I always have to have, I can't see this tiny type. Yeah, I'm just going to put a little, let me get my little tray out here. And I'm just going to put a dot out and let's just see what happens in a corner. I want to see if it goes through or what it does. And Xandra said it'll pill. And Xandra knows. She's worked in this journal a lot. If y'all have any questions, put them in caps. Hey, Paula. Sarah. Picola. Okay. So I'm going to just test that just to see what it does. Okay, it's not going through, but you're right. It looks like it wants to pill. It wants to pill. It's saying, I'm going to pill. Pill me. But what I want to do with this journal is put on, I want to put ink on every page. Hey, Galena, so let's just put some water on here. Okay, so look how it's soaked in. I can't even move it with water. See, it's going through now. Okay, so now we're moving on to the gesso. Let's get a card to scrape it on with. Let's see. All right. Let's see. All right, so I'm going to squeeze out some gesso. I'm going to get a card here, and I'm going to start scraping. And it wants to wrinkle. I mean, but you know, it's a mixed media journal, right? I'm going to do 2 pages at once. It's a mixed media journal. So whatever. I wanted to just throw a bunch of stuff in here. Oh, look how it's picking up the burlap texture from the other side. Look, see how it's like did a rubbing. I don't know if you can see that. Okay, so let's go ahead and dry it. I guess I'm just going to have to sit in gesso for a while. Oh, good. Okay, so Paula Journal Artista is streaming at 8 tonight. Dry the back side here since it kind of went through. See, it's buckling and bubbling. I mean, not bubbling, but the paper is warping a lot. So that's okay. Let me put some gesso on the back side of this one just to make sure it's sealed through. And then we'll throw... Now, Zandra did cutting on this. Zandra, did you just throw gesso on the burlap too? I'm glad Zandra's here. I'm rolling with Zandra today. Hey, Mermaid Jan. I'm rolling with Zandra. All right, so I'm going to wait and see what she says about the burlap. Okay, so let's see. Now, do I want to do... I use clear gesso, so don't know for most of the background. Well, I have the clear gesso. We could be using that. But I do want to kind of white down some of it, so I think this will work. All right, so now let's see what I want to do. I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to put some water. I'm going to drop some ink. I'm going to spray water on both pages, and we're going to close that. Well, let's just see what happens. Okay. That's not enough smeared for me, so I'm going to kind of, let's get maybe some gesso on the card here and smear. We're just going to play with the inks, and I want, my initial idea is to get some color on every single page in this journal today. Now, whether I stream that whole process, or if I just do this till, you know, the cows come home, or Hubster, whichever comes first. All right, so let's put a little more water. Do I want to move that around? I need some more other colors. Let's go with the lime color. Do I have any lime left? I might not have any lime left in the we'll have to go with the ink. I thought I had some lime dilution spray, but I think I'm out. So let's go with let's go with this pearl. Oh, this is one of the ones that broke. Okay, hang on. Clean brush here. Just. And I know I'm probably cross-contaminating this, but, you know, whatever. Let's put a little down here. Okay. Clear gesso on the burlap. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Okay, got a lot of water on this now. But I don't care if it goes over on the other pages or makes a mess, because I want it to be, I just want color on every page to start. That's my goal. If it gets on the edges, more power to it. If it gets soaks through, whatever. Because then, you know, I'm going to do other stuff on top. It's mixed media, people. It's mixed media. Right, Sandra? Okay, I'm kind of liking that, those two colors. What do y'all think? Are you feeling it or not feeling it? I don't know if you're feeling that or not, but I'm feeling it. And then I might even take some, let me get my splatter brush, and then go in here with a little water. Where'd I put it? Where did I put it? Oh, right there. And do some splatter. That's not enough. I need more. I'm determined. We're using these inks. We are using these inks, people. We bought them for $1.50. Oh yeah, we're busting them out. Come on in, Diva. All right, so there's a start for a first page. Well, it's not anything special, but it's a start. Come on in. Yeah, if you want the napkin journal faces, if you want, let me try to dig one out here. Here, if you want the faces not to be affected by the color or any napkins, you'll have to white that out, you know, beforehand, because it will be translucent. But I'm just getting, I haven't got that far yet with this book. But yes, if you are using napkin journals, napkin, and you peel off the backs, it is translucent, so whatever's underneath will show through. Hey, Prisma, by the way. So we'll just play for a bit. All this can be painted back over. If I don't like something, if I don't like it, I'll just paint over it. And it will take a minute to dry, because you saw how much water I put on this one. Just to get rolling here. Okay, so now I might want to, I might want to add some more white gesso. Here, let's see. I probably want to use my palette knife, though. Let me find where I put it. Where did I put my palette knife? I think it's over here. See how well this paper holds up, because I'll probably be poking holes in it if I'm not careful. See, now I need Xandra to throw a mermaid on this one. This looks like it needs a mermaid, Xandra. Xandra's the mermaid girl. All right, so it's getting a little messy. It's getting a little busy. Okay, I gotta fix the lighting. It just got flashed out. I guess it's the white paint. There we go. All right, let's dry it. That's right. Holes just add texture to it. Because I really have no plan for this journal. I just got it because, and now the light again. What the heck? I'll fix it again in a minute. Let's finish this. And I want to make sure that it's dry because I don't want the pages sticking together. So let me get some baby wipes because that's always good for smearing things around. You'll know. So I'll have to maybe use some of these new inks that I got. Okay, let's fix the light again. What the heck? There we go. I don't want to leave right light on though because it's going to kind of keep flashing in and out, I think. So, but it shouldn't change with it turned off of auto. There we go. All right. So I want to get rid of some of the excess gesso there or anything else that's piled up. All right, let's try it one more time. I like the color. It reminds me of Xandra. But this whole book reminds me of Xandra. I'm determined not to do a bunch. Oh my gosh, the light again. I might have to leave on right light to auto. I'm determined not to do mermaids. See, there it went again. Oh my gosh. What the heck? Let's see. Maybe I'll leave that on, turn the auto off. No, but it's either one or the other. Okay. So, there's our first page of color. All right, so what I want to do, though, is more spray. So I have to gesso. See, I had to gesso that, like Xandra said. I already gessoed the back. Do I want clear gesso on this, Xandra, or do I want white gesso? I don't know. Do I want white gesso on this? Xandra said clear. Still a little damp. All right, let's see what colors I want to do on this. I already put gesso on this side. Do I want to put white gesso on here just because it might look cool to have? She said to put clear gesso on the burlap. All right, Xandra. Whatever you say. Whatever you say. Let me get a tray here. All right. And it's white but dries clear. So just FYI. FYI. It is, and it is goopier. Maybe I should put something behind there. I don't know. Probably, right? Let me get another piece of wax paper. Because it will go through the holes. Okay, this process is going to take me longer than I thought. I wanted to do like my smack and dry and get all the pages inked up in like 2 hours. Yeah, I can always add white paint later. That's so true, Xandra. Okay. It's going to need more. I'm trying not to just put a big blob on there, you know. Put a big blob on the book. So, are y'all guessing I'm not going to get this done in 2 hours? I put my napkins on the burlap page. Okay. I'll have to peel one. I don't know what one I want to put on. See, I haven't got that. I wasn't planning on going that far, Xandra, at this moment. till I had all the pages inked. But now, did you wait till the gesso dried, the clear gesso dried before you did the napkins? I'm assuming. I could be assuming wrong. And did you put it real thick? Like, did you cover up all the holes here? And Xandra, see, what convinced me to buy this Xandra journal, I'll call it that, was how she cut up the burlap. She zigzagged it. She did a couple different things. Yeah, let it dry. Okay. All right. So I'll hit that with the heat gun because I want to put the rest of this on the back side, which probably, yeah, see, look, it's going through. So let's go ahead and dry this a little anyway. That's not gritty? Yeah, this is not gritty at all. This is a clear gesso by Finnabar, the Art Basics. You get this at Michael's. Or the white gesso. This is the Bob Ross kind. But I think she makes a white gesso too. They're not, neither one of those are gritty. I got this on clearance at Hobby Lobby. It's not cheap. It's not cheap regular price. But Bob Ross's whole section was clearanced out. I don't know if they're going to carry Bob Ross anymore at Hobby Lobby. So everything Bob Ross was gone. And I got this before everything was gone. And it's normally $16.99 for 4 1/4. That's the only reason I got it. This is still damp on this side. Okay, that's drying pretty quick, Sandra. Okay, so now let me come over here. Let's put the wax paper on this side, and let's put gesso so it'll be complete, you know, on both sides. I'm not going all the way to the edge because I'll probably just do something in the middle here. Trying to scrape it all up as much as I can. I'm having fun anyway. It's fun. And this will dry clear eventually because it's clear gesso. You're welcome. But I am putting it on kind of thick to get into all the little crevices. Maybe I should have reviewed Xandra's videos before I tackled this. So anyway, yeah, so if y'all were here when I first started this video, I did a little Hobby Lobby haul. No big deal, you know, a few ink pads that were on clearance for normally $5.99 for $1.50. So I got a few of these. I think I got 2, 4, so I think I got 8 of them, I think. Different ones. A couple mementos, a couple archival, and a couple color box ones. Okay, so let's dry. All right, let's see if that's gonna. Oh, so what I was going to say is, I don't want to stick it to that wax paper. Hang on, let me just kind of hold this up and see if I can go like through it. If Janet's going to go to Hobby Lobby today, I did connect her to a tweet so she knows that those ink pads are on clearance. This may take a while, so I might have to, you know, move on. Just put some wax paper between this, because this may take, it's starting to, you can see where the clear is, it's starting to go clear, but it, you know, it's thick. So I think I'm going to get, here, let me fold this one in half and put it there and get another piece for the other side. I may just have to do the burlap pages later. because it's going to take a while to dry. And I don't want to just sit here for 2 hours drying burlap. Know what I mean, Vern? So we're going to have to just move along from the burlap because it's going to take a while to dry, even with the heat gun. All right, so let's go on this side now because we did this. Now let's go over here. Let's see what we can do. I'm trying to watch the light. So it doesn't all get all flashy. Okay, so let's see. Let's go with something. Let's go with some pink here. And I don't know how many of these are clogged up. I haven't used these in months, maybe a year. See, this one doesn't even want to spray. Do I have another pink, or I'll just put some out here? Because all I really want to do is get it on here and then use water. Let's put some green on that too. Where's my brush? Clean it. Oh, make sure it's clean. So anyway, my point was on today was just to get the pages inked up. That was the plan. Okay, so let's spray this and spread it around. And I don't know how fun that's going to be for you guys, but it's fun for me. All right, so now let's take the baby wipe. So this one did have the gesso on it. It needs more pink. So let's go a little more pink here. Again, this is this almost empty, and it doesn't have, the spray is not working. Let's splatter a little here. I do need a couple colors refreshed, rebought. Oh my gosh, I did put a hole in that, Zandra. I did put a hole in that with all that. She is right, though. Zandra is right about the, let's fix the light again. Zandra is right about the gessoing. It really does need to be gessoed because the paper is, it's not, you know, you're going to go through. All right. I'm trying here, guys, with the light. Maybe I'll do that and just turn the brightness down a little. Because every time you get white, it flashes out. But look, you can see where the gesso was. That's kind of cool. Now let's just take some of the gesso and just scrape some on here. It's a little blue in there. I picked up a little blue from the back of this card. I'm liking it, Zandra. Even though the color is not true. It's not wanting to play today. The color is not wanting to play. But let me lift this up so you can maybe see. There we go. All right, let's try. I'm going to figure out a little, I'm going to try to get the system moving. That sounded funny. Let's get the system moving. Let's get the pages moving. Thanks, Sandra. This is what I wanted to do. Fill the whole book with stuff like this. But I don't want it to take this long. But if I do have to gesso every page, it is going to take a while. Let's just be real. But I will skip the burlap pages. I want to do some drip. Oh, speaking of scribble sticks, I'm not going to buy those because I have the Neo Color 2, and also I have the, what do you call it, the, you know, let me see if I can put my hands on. Here, these. Portfolios. Look how many portfolios I got. I don't know how many sets are in here. There are, I mean, look, if I'm not using these, I can't justify buying the scribble sticks. Can you use a thin layer of texture paste. Oh, I'm sure. Yeah, I got texture. You know, we got that. We got the Hobby Lobby clearance. Here's my thing about trying to get too many layers at the beginning is I want to get every page inked, and when you gesso and layer and texture paste and do the, you know, the burlap and all that, it takes a while to dry. So, yeah, look how old these are. Look, these babies are, you know, look, this needs to go in my scavenger hunt book. But we'll play with this if we have time, right? You know, right? Like I said, my point today, to do this, is to, because see, that's still wet, is to get ink on every page. So I'm going to have to forego, because this is clear gesso. It's obviously not dry because it's not clear yet. So we're going to have to forego that. I wanted to get to, you know, we got the brown paper, we got this cloth stuff in here, this duck, I guess it's like duck cloth, you know. Hang on. Hey. Okay, I'm streaming. All right, bye. Yeah, so that was the plan. They are old, aren't they? They're old. They're old like us, Eileen. Oh, all right, let's go back here. Hang on, we're gonna roll back here. Let's see how we can, you know. Now here's what I do know this, and maybe if Sandra has. Do you have the slicks? What do they call the scribble sticks? I'm not sure if she does. I think she does. Somebody here's got them. Are they hard to, like these? You cannot write over. You can't pen write. You can't ink. You can ink. You can, you know. You can write with ink over anything, but like with pens, you know, markers, Sharpies, pens won't go over these. So is that like that with the scribble sticks? You can't write over them? You like the blue-green one. Look like some, hey, Merca. Yeah, see, there's a thing, Merca. Xandra has the mermaid world locked down. I'm trying not to do mermaid, although I might throw a mermaid in one of these on one of these pages. But yeah, yes, I have them. They are very hard. Okay, because these are very, you know, look, you know, they're very. Let's get some water on here. They're very soft. Get some water on here. Oh, I still had green ink in here still. That's okay. In my brush. Okay. I smeared a little bit on there, but it's still wet. You can write over them. Okay, so Xander said you can write over the scribble sticks. Because this, I mean, I could probably maybe get away with writing over if it's very washed out. But these are oil. They're oil soluble. I mean, they're water soluble oil pastels. So writing with those, and there went my light again. I don't know, guys. I'm trying my best here. Trying my best. It's either too flashed out or too dark. So she said you can write over this. Okay, so we'll play with, you know, let me try to get this a little dry now because this one's really sopped up. So I didn't, like I said, I didn't want to do a smack and dragon like I did on the other journal that I filled the whole journal in 2 hours with ink with the dilutions. And if y'all don't know what the smack and dragon is, it's where I spray down some inks, a couple. All right, let me do one. I'll do one smack and dragon. I didn't want to do smack and dragon, but I'll do one. Let me get mine. Hang on. Hang on, guys. I got to make sure nothing falls behind my door there. So I take, this is a quilting, you know, an old quilting. It's huge. It's a quilting cutter thing. I don't quilt. I don't sew. I bought it for this side. So it's slick on this side. So what I'll do, and I call it smack and dragon because I smack and drag. Oh, I got to gesso though first. Hang on. Zandra says I have to gesso these pages because they'll go right through. So I'm trusting her. Well, I'll gesso that and I'll gesso these. Oh, this one's a cloth. Okay, so I got to get to a double page spread here. Okay, so I'm going to do a smack and dragon here. All right, I'm trying to do so many things. All right, so I'm going to throw some gesso down with the card here. Okay, a little more gesso. And you know, it's kind of like, I don't know how much different it is from what Tim does with, you know, dragging his tags, his tags through ink. Essentially the same thing. We just call it smack and dragging. All right, so let's dry this. But this is quick to do. It's smack and dragging is quick. But I didn't really think about having to, and I'm glad Sandra came in and told me that these needed to be gessoed, because I wouldn't have gessoed them. There would have been ink slopping through 20 pages probably, because I would not have thought to gesso these, because I never gesso anything. And I want to get out some stencils. I wanted to, I really just want to get all the pages marked and inked up. So I don't know how Smack and Dragon's going to work on gesso. I don't think I've ever tried it. All right, so what Smack and Dragon is I take if you have a craft mat. I have a black one. If I put a black craft mat out, I can't see color. I can't see where I've sprayed. So I'm just going to kind of set this here. And what I do is just take a couple sprays. Let's take some red and let's see, what other color do I want here? I'm almost out of the, let's take a quick little squirt of blue or teal, and let's take a squirt of yellow, maybe yellow or orange, whatever color this is. And see, again, I haven't used these in a long time. So I just did some sprays of the Dilutions inks. Then I spray it down with water so it all kind of just runs together. Then I take my book. We'll see what happens here. I'm going to take my book that's got gesso now. We have all day. Okay. So what I do is I turn it over. Okay. Now here's where people don't do Smack and Dragon right. What they usually do is they go there and they smear, and they don't do it quick enough. You got to smack and drag, and that's it. There you go. That's smack and drag right there. If you want a little more right there, then there's more there. So just smack and drag. You don't dilly-dally on there. Don't just sit there and let it like soak up or whatever. That's the smack and drag right there. Okay? And I can do this quick if all the pages are gessoed. So, and then you can also, because it's Dilutions and it'll move, you can, while it's wet, if you want to get any of the white places kind of filled in, you can do that. You can pick some of this up and, just kind of, if you don't want a lot of white area. I like the white, I like the negative space, but if you want it solidly, Janet needs to see how to do this. Okay, so that's it. We'll do a couple more like this. But again, I have to take the time to gesso in between because the way the paper is. All right, so let me move this here a minute. Set that on the floor so I don't make a mess. And then let's dry this. Okay, I bumped my camera or something. There'll probably be a lot of camera bumping going on. And you can always smack and drag it again when it's dry. If you don't dry it in between, you're just going to get mud. And the same thing is true on the mat itself. It's mixing colors every time you drag it through. Oh, that's drying real quick now. Okay, so now let me bring that back up. Let's just put a little, we'll go ahead and do another layer on it just so you can see. Let's go ahead and put a little bit of the blue. And I'm not sure if this is the one working. There we go. Let's put a little bit of the blue, a little bit more water. And you got to use a lot of baby wipes for this. Okay, so we got, let's just go with here. All right, so I'm going to smack and drag, and that's it. See, you don't dilly-dally. Don't dilly-dally. Okay, so let's go a little bit more right there. And that's pretty much all I want. Maybe let's put a little bit right there. You want it not too flat. You don't want it too flat. Okay. Paula wants to see it without the gesso. Okay, we'll do it. Let's go ahead and test it. Zandra has warned me to gesso, but we'll do it, Paula. All right, let me dry this because I have this. Here, we'll do this page. There's no gesso on it. I did gesso this. Look, Paula, I gessoed this, and look, it still goes through. So that's going to show you how absorbent this paper is. Even with gesso, look, even with gesso. Yeah, Leslie, can you do one but a cow head for your birthday on stream? When's your birthday, Prisma? I don't have my calendar in front of me. And it is buckling. It is. Look at the paper is really rolled. I mean, it's really buckled. Which that's I want all that texture in this book. But just so you know, look how buckled it is. Can you see that? It's very buckled. It didn't go through like, yeah, this paper is very absorbent, Paula. I don't know what kind it is. I have no idea. Okay, so there we go. Now let's go here on this side. See, I've got the cloth in here, and then here's a page that has the burlap on one side, which isn't dry yet. And then, so let's just see how we'll roll. All right, so now let's go ahead and do this page. I don't know how much it'll show through, though, because there's gesso on this side. So it's probably a better test if we get a page that has no gesso on either side. We'll go with this one. Okay, so we'll go smack and drag that. All right, so now this is already getting muddy, so I'm going to take a baby wipe and clean this off, just because it'll get muddy real quick after about 2 or 3 drags, smack and drags. And the reason I can't get this straight here is because this mat's huge and my laptop is right there. Okay, so let's see. Let's go with, what colors do, and maybe I should go with some ink. Let's try, instead of Dilutions, let's go with some of the FW. Let's go with some marine blue. And this stuff's going to go a long way. And let's go with some, let's see, what did we do? We did blue and red on that one. Let's go with yellow here. Because this blue and this yellow should make a pretty green. Okay, so I have not tried to smack and drag with my FWs. So this will be a test too. Okay, so let's see what happens. It's not moving. The FW is not moving as much. I mean, maybe it needs more water. Then it's not moving as much as the Dilutions. But oh boy, is it pretty. Okay, so let's get another double page spread that has no gesso. So we got no gesso, Paula. Okay, here we go. Handmade from India paper. Ah, okay, so that's that absorbent paper. Let's see what happens here. Wait for it, wait for it. A smack and drag. Okay. It needs a little bit more in the crevice there. Let's see if I can kind of get some more in there. Okay, so now let me just set that aside. Look at that yumminess. I mean, can y'all see that? That's some pretty stuff right there. We don't want that to go to waste. But here's what I want to see now. Let's look at the back sides. It's not gone through completely, but look at it. See, look how it warped immediately. Okay, let me dry this. This will stay wet for a minute because it's on plastic, right? So it'll be good. I like it though. I like it fine, but yeah. I don't know what'll happen when we go to do other things without the gesso. But it's quicker. It's a lot quicker without the gesso. But it does see through. So pretty, I know, right? But I can see why Sandra, because it's really buckling a lot. Without any gesso, it's really buckling, which is fine. But just so y'all know, I'll show it to you here as soon as I dry it. But these inks are so vibrant. Well, so are the dilutions. They're vibrant too. It is quicker to do this without gessoing though. All right, so let me see if I can show you how buckled it is. Look, can you see that? See how buckled it is? Which again, it's a mixed media journal. I want it messy, but just FYI, it does buckle a lot. All right, let's go back over here to the back of this page with no. I wonder, let me take this, hang on. Let's take this little sleeve off here because it's going to be dragging through the ink. I'll have to get something to drink in a minute. Okay, so let's go. I'm gonna not gesso this cloth. This one's not the burlap. It's like it's kind of like a linen. So let's just see what happens. St. Patrick's Day. Okay, remind me, Prisma. Message me and remind me because I can't promise. I don't know what day that falls on or nothing. All right, so we're gonna use the rest of the ink on here, and I'm not gonna gesso this, and let's see what happens. I mean, the worst that can happen, guys, is I have to paint over it later. You know. I bought this to have fun. Okay, smack and drag. Okay, it needs a little more here. Smack and drag. There's no gesso or anything on this cloth. So let's see if I can absorb the rest of this ink up on that cloth. There we go. I know it looks like a hot mess. All right, so now let's put a little bit of water on here. And let's get a baby wipe and just kind of, you know, move some of it around. Okay, all right, another tip. And this is probably why Zandra says to gesso. You cannot move that ink at all without gesso. It soaks in immediately. Oh, the canvas pages will shrink about a ½ inch. Oh, that's kind of cool. That's why Zandra said just gesso. Let me pick some of this up, the rest of this. The ink soaks in immediately, and there's no doing any of this. I'm picking this up from here and using it. But yeah, if you do not gesso the pages, you cannot get that ink to move. This is not moving. It's just coming from this baby wipe. Not that that matters. We don't need to know the different, you know, properties. All right, so let's clean this mud off here. I'm having fun doing this. I am having a blast with this. I'm calling it my Zandra journal. Okay, it's really Diane Wakley's or Dina Wakley, but you know. Sure is pretty. It is pretty. And again, these are all going to be backgrounds anyway. I wanted to get ink on every page. I wanted to make them a mess. I wanted this journal just to be a hot mess, which we're well on the way. We are well on the way to making it a hot mess. And the only reason I'm putting this plastic between here is because I don't want the burlap to actually stick to the papers, you know. Try matte medium instead of gesso. Now, I might as well, if I'm going to put a clear something, if I go to, when I go to collage, Picola, collage like the napkins, I'll get the matte medium out for that. Because that's my glue of choice. So you wouldn't have known that that was blue, and I mean, of course, blue and yellow makes green. But I thought I had it, you know, enough smack and drag where the blue would really come through. So I think what I'm going to do is let's do another drag with it. Okay, I'll clean this off. Let's get a little bit more of the marine blue. You don't need much. Let's really water that down, and let's just do some blue. Let's do a little, let's make it run a little there. I don't want it to run on me, but okay, because I want it to be spread out. This takes a little bit more to spread out than the other. So now I'm going to go back over this green with this. Let's drag that a little more. There we go. And let's go ahead and soak up the rest of this on that canvas. I'm really trying, I'm not trying to drag now, I'm trying to soak. I'm going to use on that, on this cloth. Okay, so let's move this to the side. Bring this back. It's a little process here. Okay, so let's dry this, because that's not going to move now with water, because there's no gesso. Gel medium. Oh, yeah, we talked about that yesterday. Gel medium making pages look like UPO or work like UPO. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not trying to do UPO today. But look, I love that. Hopefully it got on some. Yeah, see, it went through a little bit. I'm not making much progress, though, as far as getting the whole book done. But the pages are really, like, look, can you see how buckly they are? Look. Now, of course, you know, they'll probably flatten out some in the book and all that, but just initially. All right, so let's go back here and let's see what we got now. We got this one that had gesso and then ink and then more gesso. This one had gesso. And then, of course, this is clear gesso on both this, but it's still very wet. It's going to take a while to dry. Probably have to leave the book open and let that dry. Not sure. Okay, so let's see. Let's go ahead and let's gesso another page. So let's just, and I'm not, by the way, when I say I'm gessoing the page, I'm just scraping it on. I'm not even trying to go edge to edge. I'm just like getting it wherever it goes. So, yeah, there's my gesso technique. Hey, Jamie. There's a wolf head on the pink page. Okay, let's dry this gesso. I'm going to try to move along here. Smack, drag, spritz, spray. I want to just get ink on every page, but I want to get different colors. I want to get different colors on every page. Some I'll gesso, some I won't. But I can see why you would want to gesso. If you want to move anything around, if it doesn't have gesso on it, it ain't going nowhere. It's going to soak right in, and that's the end of it. Okay, so let's see. Let's go with some red ink. Let's just throw some red ink on here. Let's spray some water. Okay, I don't want it to really get in the crevice there because we'll have every page red. And then maybe a little yellow dilutions. Oh, yeah, yummy. And let's put that down here and let's let it drip a little. Let's try to catch the drips. Okay. There we go. Let's dry it. My heat gun's going to get a workout. Maybe we'll get to some napkins and other things. I mean, there's only 54 pages, I think, in this book, and if you subtract out the burlap ones, yeah, there's 54 pages. I don't know if that means front and back. So if that's the case, we only have, you know, minus about 10 for burlap. I don't even know how many, but I want to get all these pages at least. Okay, so there we go. It's not completely dry, but we're moving on. Let's see. Let's go to this side. And this one, because that's kind of soaked through there. Let's see what we can do. Let's get out some more. I'm going to go with white gesso this time for the cloth. Let's see what happens. Because this is like gesso in a canvas. This is like duck cloth, like what canvases are made out of. So we're just like making... That's a good point, though, because this is like canvas. Maybe we should save these. This is not the burlap. This is the canvas. Maybe we should save these canvas ones more for paintings. Let's see how quick. And this is not clear gesso. This is just the white. Okay, let's put a little, did I put some, I think that's got gesso on that side. Okay, so let's dry that a little. If you have questions or like, you know, if you want me to throw something on here, let me know. We're up for throwing anything on it. Right now, it's just to get paint and color on every page. Okay, and I know it's probably freaking some people out to have just all this mess, but I'm going to put some water on that. And let's see, let's make it drippy here too. See if it will. See, no, I don't think there's gesso on that page because it's soaked right in. So let's do a smack and drag on that. Okay. There's still some blue on here. Let's put a little purple with that blue. This isn't wanting to come out. There's hardly anything left in this one. So we can just put a little drop out. Whoa, that's more than a drop. Oh, yikes. Okay, let's see. All right, let's see what happens here. Oh, that's lovely. And I mean that. Look, it just went right into that cloth there. So much for saving that for a painting. I like that. Okay, let's put a little bit more down here on the bottom. And there we go. Okay, move the thing here. Bring this back. Heat gun. Get a little system going. And I know this soaked through, see? Ooh, Xandra has her sunglasses on. But that's a very good point though about the gesso. If you don't want your ink to immediately just soak through, you do need the gesso. If you don't care, then you know, I don't know. I just don't want these cloth pages to stick to the paper ones. I'm going to have to get out some more wax paper. I'll just kind of hit this again because we're trying to get this burlap dry. Okay, are we having fun yet? Let's make sure, I don't know, that I might want to put some wax paper between that. Okay. Yeah, we'll use our Jane Davenport napkins and stuff in a little while. Maybe. I'm determined. I am going to do this today. If y'all don't want to stay and do it, that's fine. I'm going to get this done today. Okay, so now let's see. Let's go with, I guess we're going with Smack and Dragon. I've got that leftover ink. I need to use it up. Here we go. All right, so let's throw in some, and I do have to be a little careful so this ink doesn't go flying. Let's throw in some white. The white dilutions on top of this. And I haven't shaken this up in a while. So I hope the spritzer still works. Ooh, whoa, it's going everywhere. Okay, let's see what happens with this. That did go everywhere. Let's add maybe just a tad of water. All right, here we go. Ready? Smack and drag. It didn't pick up much. I think what it is the book is not flush with the page because it's it's a thick book and it's not lined. It doesn't go flush. So let's add a little more water. And let's see if I can pick up some of that on this side. Yeah. See, it's not gessoed. I don't think. Was that? Yeah, that side did have gesso. All right, let's see if I can use the rest of it on this. Let's see if I can pick up the rest. I'm going to try to absorb the stuff into that canvas there. All right, so there we go. Let me wipe this down. I'm just talking to myself here, guys, and rolling with it. I am rolling with it. All right. You get the exercise with this project. Yes, I do see how the canvas has shrunk. A lot, Zandra. Let me dry it and I'll try to show everybody. I mean, it's like really quick too, isn't it? But it is cloth, so, it takes a minute with the heat gun. I've watched Sandra have to heat gun her stuff when she works in the book. It takes a while. You're on the edge of excitement. Well, I don't know about that, Pacola. I don't know about that. Yeah, let me show y'all. Let me put a piece of paper in here so you can see how much it shrunk. Let's see, where's a piece of paper? It's shrunk a lot. So look how much it shrunk. Look at there. See? All the way around. See how much it shrunk? It's like a full-on half-inch all the way around. Hey, Julie Topaz. So, yeah, but that's cool. And I am going to cut this too, Zandra. I do want to cut it because that was so cool. That's what made me buy this book. Okay, I got to dry this side a little better. And I'll probably have to put some wax paper between here. Because, see, I don't want anything to... I don't want the cloth to stick to the pages. But Sandra cutting the burlap and the fabric, that was just so awesome to me. Look. Now, here's the problem with this. This is a lot of dilutions. Dilution stains. Okay, so there we go. Do I want to scrape a little? Well, I want to scrape some gesso on the cloth, but I'm going to do the cloth last, because it takes forever to dry. We're going to be here all day with that. This needs some more red. Let's do a little bit of ink. And again, I'm just kind of going with both dilutions and the FWs. And I'm not really distinguishing between them. I'm just playing. See? Don't need that paper. I need my baby wipe. And I'm going to stencil. I'm just so excited to play in this book, Sandra. Thank you for making me buy it. Actually, Hubster, this is my Valentine's gift, is this journal. Oh, brother. Prisma. A lot of water there. And I'm trying to do all kinds of colors. Let me smack those together. I don't mind that, like, one ink gets over here. Here's what I worry about is when I close the book or move to another page, if those inks dry, that it'll tear. But I don't know. We'll see. All right, here we go. Now I want to put a little bit of gesso on this one. I'm going to go with white on the canvas side again. Are we having fun yet? Are y'all having fun? I'm having a blast. But then I'm the one getting to do all the fun stuff here. So it may not be as fun for you guys. I'm trying to get that thin. I'm going to try to really mash that gesso in. Like really get it mashed into the canvas there. Again, this is the canvas, like the duck cloth type. All right, let's use the rest of this gesso up on this side. Hit it with the heat gun. And there went the light again, but I'm trying, guys, with the light. You like watching it, Eileen? Yeah. It's just like you just go for it, you know? And I want to try to use all my different new colors. Like next, let's go with orange. And where's my yellow? Here. Let's go with some orange, yellow, and maybe a couple oranges. I don't know. Let's see. Tell me some colors, Eileen, if you want some certain colors. We'll roll with it. Okay, let's do another smack and drag. Now that I've started that, it's like hard not to do it. All right, so let me make sure this is cleaned off. All right, let's go with some orange. And you don't need near as much of this as you do the dilutions. This, you add water to this, and this stuff is concentrated. Okay, yellow, 2 oranges and a yellow. There we go. Let's see what happens here. Green, blue, and orange. Green, blue, and orange. Can I add blue to this then? Oh, a green blue? You mean like a teal? Or do you mean green and blue? Let's see what this one is. Like this one? Well, I'm going to go with this, and then if this isn't what you meant, we'll go back. We'll add something else, okay? All right, so let's get this really watered down because it's very concentrated. Oh, that's going to be so pretty. Okay, so here's our gessoed canvas and a gessoed paper. Let's see what happens. I'm going to get it on the paper first. And then I'm going to go over here on the gesso, on the canvas side, and I want to kind of let it, I'm not dragging so much as is letting it soak in. Oh, looky there. Oh, looky there. Okay, let's move this carefully because I want to use some more of that. Let's dry and do another layer. Okay, the smack and drag is working for me today. It's so quick. Oh, this is upside down here. Not that it matters at this point. Oop, lots of ink over here. Hang on. I don't care that it goes to the other page. I just don't want it all over me. Okay, let's see if I can get this dry here. I gotta dry this edge here, guys. See, it soaked through, or I got so much. Not that it matters, because I like the mess. I'm going for the mess. Oh, we go for the gold. Oh, we need to use some gold, Eileen. See what happens when Janet's not here? Or Eileen to boss around? See, Sandra just said metallics. Oh my gosh, Sandra. Exactly. And this canvas is shrinking up like Sandra said. I don't have the fine tech, but I have the watercolor, I have the Kuretake golds. We'll get that out here in a minute, Sandra. I bought the fine tech metallic watercolors for Cam a couple of years ago. He loves them. I just don't use a lot of metallics, you know, but I'm going to get them out. I'm going to get those Kuretake ones out. Eileen. So I'm just kind of making sure that all the pages that are getting ink all over them, you know, I'm drying them as we go. What's on this side? Okay, let me just get that dry. But I'm going to skip the rest of the burlaps because it takes so long for the burlap to dry. I got that one burlap. This is the duck cloth, the canvas cloth, and it shrinks up just like Sandra said. Can y'all see how much that shrunk up? Look at that. Oh, this is so fun, Sandra. I'm so glad you inspired me to get this journal. Okay, now do I want to do another smack and drag on there? Yeah, let's go ahead and use some more of that orange and green up here. So now that that's dry, we can put another layer. And I'm having to do like this to the book because, see, I can't get it to lie flat. So it doesn't get into the crevice, it doesn't get into the spine. And I want to get it into the spine a little more. See, it's just still, I can't even get it in there. Can't get it into the spine very well. But I don't want to waste that. Let me get a piece of card. Oh, you know what? I have some watercolor stuff here. Let me see what I got over here. I got some watercolor blank postcard. I got these Strathmore, I think these Strathmore little postcards, I think they came in one of the watercolor sets I bought. So let's roll with that. See? It doesn't have much other color. And let me put a little bit of blue on here because it doesn't, oh, I got two of them there. And let's do a little drip. I need some orange on this side. It's not much left. It's starting to get muddy. Your ink blog on your mat looked like a frog. Okay, so now I need to put another piece of wax paper down somewhere on the floor so I can lay these out. So what I'll do is I have all these Strathmore postcards, blank postcards, and we'll use ink up on these. Let's see. And you can always add another layer, but now this is starting to turn like mud now, so let's go ahead and clean this off. I'm doing multitasking here today. I'm going to need to get some juice in a minute. Okay, let's see. All right, so let's roll with that. Okay. And I'm trying to keep drying every page. Alright, so Eileen said green, blue, and orange. Or did you mean blue-green, like teal? Or do you want like pure green, pure blue, and orange? That's going to turn brown real quick. I can probably get one smackaroo out of that one. And don't forget, guys, if you're just joining us or you're watching this recording, I don't know how long it'll be till I put this up, but Paula's streaming tonight. Is that 8 Central or 8 Eastern, Paula? Paula's Journal Artista is streaming tonight. Okay, so I'm not going to do the burlap. We're going to skip the burlap. So let's see what we can do with this. All right, so let's go. Where was Eileen's colors? Dee Dee, can you see how magical works on this page? Okay, magicals. Let me see where I put them. Oh my gosh, I can't believe Eileen's making me get out the magicals. Oh, and here's the watercolor gold colors. This is my Kuretake watercolors. They're not as goldy as the Fine Tech, but these are the Kuretake ones. But the Fine Tech are much more metallic-y, but we'll see about that. Oh no, I got paint on my phone. Hang on, I gotta clean my phone. No, 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 no. We can't have paint on the phone. Hang on, I gotta scrape it off. I need to move my phone away. Hang on. All right, got it off. Okay. We love you, little phone. Let's move you out of the way. Okay, so, all right, magicals. Yeah, I haven't used them since the last time you saw me use them. Where's my? Let me get out my, cause I use a chopstick to measure. I have made some sprays with these, Eileen, but I don't know where they are right now. Okay, so let's do some magicals. I cannot wait, Eileen, to tell Janet you made me use magicals. I just can't tell. I can't wait for you to tell her or us to tell her. Okay, so let's see. I don't have an orange magical. I have blue, a green, and what other one do you want me to use? I don't have an orange. Oh, yeah, I do. There it is. Okay. So we're going to go with Mango Mania, Luscious Lime, and Denim. Okay, we're going to start with that. So, and I am no magical expert. Janet will pass out, I know. All right, so these are powders, very highly concentrated. All you need is like what you can get on the tip of a what do you call it? Chopstick. Oh, but I should put the water first, or no? I can't remember, Janet. I can't remember, Eileen. Should I put the water first or the powders first? I'm going to do it both ways. We'll start with the powders first, since I can't remember. I haven't used them in forever, and they're the ones that made me buy them. See how little that is? Can you even see how little that powder is there? It's so concentrated. And I don't know which one of these are shiny and which ones are not. Like which ones have, what do you call it, sparkle to them and which don't. But anyway, if you are wondering what magicals are, they're Lindy Stamp Gang powder, concentrated powder, and then went the color again. Okay. All right, so here we go. Okay, here we go. I think what I'm going to do is I'll wet my page. I'm going to put a little water on the page just to help it move. Now, there's no gesso on this one, I don't think. Powder first. Okay, here we go. So let's see what happens. Smack and drag. There we go. Let's try to get some up here at the top. Again, my book is not letting me get into the spine because it's, you know, just the way it is. I can't really drag too much. It's more just the smack. So there we go. All right, let's use the rest of this up on this corner. There's a little bit of a drag there. Okay, now that's without gesso, but look how it kind of dulled the colors, Eileen. The powder, it looks a little dull. So let's gesso a page and do the same thing. Okay, so let's see. Let me clean this off. Set this down, dry this, and then we'll gesso. And we'll do the exact same colors. They're supposed to be permanent APG once they are completely dissolved. But I see a couple little places here I didn't really get them dissolved. And hi, Jamie, by the way. So I think if we gesso the page, they'll be more vibrant. Because right now they're soaking right in. And that's the thing about this. Xandra is so right about this journal. This is the deluge. Hang on, guys. I just knocked over all my little palettes of gold paint. Hang on. I don't even know what colors are which now. Okay, so too many products on the. Anyway, this is the journal we're using. It's got ink on it now. But this is the journal that we're using, and these pages really do need to be gessoed if you don't want your inks to go bam, soak in like that. You see blue fish? Okay, so let's go ahead and now go to this page and gesso it. And then we'll do the exact same colors, Eileen, and see if they're more vibrant. We'll experiment. So I'm just scraping on the gesso. Okay, and let's dry. You gesso the pages too, Eileen, but Janet doesn't. Okay. And I don't know that it matters if you gesso or white acrylic paint. I'm just so used to using white acrylic paint. The only reason I'm using the gesso is, like I said a little while ago, is because I got it on clearance. And after this page, I am going to have to go run get something to drink. And let me go ahead and see about hitting the right light button again here, because it wants to either go too dark or too light. There we go. That's pretty good, I think. Because it wants, you know, white flashes out the camera. Okay, so now let's go ahead and do those exact same colors. And I'm going to just put out the same amount. It's just one little scoop. Because look, it's very concentrated. So that one is Luscious Lime, Mango for the orange. And again, these are Lindy Stamp Gang Magicals. I got mine from Amazon, but I think Amazon gets them from Lindy's. So, well, I mean, of course they do, but I mean, I think that they're the indirect seller. Okay, so now let's go ahead and wet it all down here. All right, now we're going to go on to this gessoed page. Again, I'm going to not do anything with the burlaps because it's. Oh wait, I got a little bit of gesso still wet on the edge there. Okay, so let's see what happens now with the gessoed side. Bam! Much more vibrant, Eileen. It does make a big difference. Oh, I got rid of some of the orange, though, by doing that. I need more orange down here. Hang on. Let's go back with the powders here. Let me get a little bit more orange because I mixed them up here. They got two mixed. So let's just put a little, so I get a little bit more orange on there. Oh my gosh, the gesso does make a difference on the Magicals. For sure. Okay, let's do some more orange on right there. Okay, so let's see if I can get the orange. There, look at that. Now, again, because the book, it's hard to get into the spine because of the thickness of these pages, but I want to try to get some of that orange right in there. So I'm going to bend it really hard like that and see if I can drag it through that orange. Yeah, see, it's hard to get in there. I just can't. I'll have to use a brush. Let me get a paintbrush here and pick it up. I just want some more orange on there because it looks so cool. Oh my gosh, Eileen! Janet needs to start using gesso or white acrylic paint. I'm sure white acrylic paint will do the same, right? For her. It makes a big difference, guys. Wait till you see. Let me dry it, and I don't want this to go to waste. So let me get these postcards. Now these are not gessoed. Should I gesso these postcards, Eileen? Oh my gosh, I should gesso these postcards. Because it's so, let me do one. Let's do one gessoed and one without. Okay, so I'm going to gesso this postcard, and then one I won't gesso. Okay, because I got a little pack of them. I got them for free with the there's Strathmore blank postcards. I got them with I forget the bin thing. I forget. Anyway, I got them with one of the watercolor sets. Okay, so let me dry this gessoed card and dry this too. I'm half watching chat. I'm seeing what you're saying there, Eileen. I'll have to send one of these cards with gesso and one without to Janet so she can see the difference. Okay, so here's a card without gesso. Okay, I mean it's not ugly, don't get me wrong, but it soaks right in. All right, and here's, oh, I'm going to need a little bit more orange. Where's my orange? Here. Magical. Because I am getting them muddied up pretty quick here. The blue and the orange is getting pretty muddied up. Okay, so let's... All right, so here's the one with gesso. I don't know if you'll be able to tell on camera, but I can tell. The blue is sitting on top. Look, can you see how one's not soaking in? And of course, it does depend on how you smack it too, so... I can tell the difference, especially on the blue. Can you tell? How excited you get? Okay, so now I need to use this up with something. Let's go. We need to gesso another page. So here. Okay, I got one ready here. Oh my gosh, you just see my table. Where's my gesso? Is this it? Yeah. Nope, that's not it. That's some, I don't know what that was. Oh, that was the clear gesso, I think. Let's stick with the white gesso. And I don't want to get the book in that. Yeah, so I'm going to kind of keep it over here a minute. Okay, so I'm going to, because I want to use that ink up. I don't want it to go to waste, that Magicals. Then you can pick more colors for me, Eileen, like you do for Janet. Oh, and look, guys, we're to a craft color now. This is not canvas. This is craft paper. So let's just go ahead and throw some of that on there. Okay, let's dry this. I have no room. I'm like literally sitting in like a little encroached area, all hunched over. You can see, I'm like literally in a 6-inch little space down here. Smack it like you mean it. Hey, Galena and Kat, anybody else popping in? Okay, so I'm just having so much fun with this journal that Zandra made me buy, enabled me to buy. Did I say craft paper? No, craft. With a T. And I'm determined to fill, I don't care how long it takes me today, whether I'm here or not. I'm putting ink on every one of these pages. All right, so let's move that up there. All right, so let's see what I got left here. And see, I'm fighting strings too, because remember this, this is got burlap, so there's strings all over the place. So let's do this side first, and then whatever's left we'll put on this side. All right, so here we go. A smack and drag. Let's get a little more drag. All right, let's get whatever's left up with this. It's just so hard with this book, guys, because it's, got, oh, that's cool. Look at that. Because I can't get into the spine easy because of it doesn't, bend right there. Okay, so now let's take the baby wipe. Let's pick up the rest of this orange and stuff, and maybe just kind of use some of that up on the... I feel like this is a Seth Apter experiment, you know, with all the grunge. I'm channeling my inner Seth Apter and Xandra with the grunge. Do y'all like it? You like that, Eileen? Yeah, I do too. Okay, this book. Look at the book already, guys. Look. It's going to be so cool by the time we're done. Okay, let's try this. Do pink and green and yellow. Okay, I got a gesso first, as you know. Pink, green, and yellow. Okay, so I'm going to leave the green, the lime green. Where's my little box of... Okay, so I have either Mad Hatter mint green or the lime green. I'm thinking we should go with the lime green. Oh, I got chartreuse. How about we switch to chartreuse pink? And I got different pinks here. I got poppin' pink, chartreuse, and what was the other color she said? Yellow. Okay, luscious lemon. Okay, so let's put these other ones back in here so I can keep track of them. Okay, so that's what we'll go with next, Eileen. I cannot wait for Janet to see this, Eileen. I cannot wait for her to see this. We're so bad. Seth Apter, yeah, I don't know what kind of, I don't remember what all he uses. He has his own line of paint, doesn't he, or inks, Seth? He has his own line. But I'm just saying the grunge part reminds me of Seth. Oh, love it. Okay, as long as it's not wet enough to stick. Okay, so now I don't know if I want to do these colors with the, well, let's go ahead and gesso them. We'll gesso them and use it. Okay, so let's get some more gesso out. And we'll go with it. We're going to roll with it. I'll just make sure I put enough gesso so that those bright colors are going to show up, Eileen. Because if we're using pink and lime, we're going to have a nice white base, right? Although I like that look of not completely covered. So let's make it kind of messy. Seth, help! Okay. Alrighty, let's dry this. I gotta go get me something to drink, guys, after these colors right here. Otherwise I won't be able to talk tomorrow on my regularly scheduled show. But it'll be fun to do a tour of this book tomorrow. But I do need to do some color book page too. My color book girls are going, hello? Slice of lemon, yeah. And I know the color keeps changing. Light's changing, the color's changing. I'm doing my best, guys, because we're freaking out my camera with all these changes. Purple to white to color. Okay, so let's move this a second. Let's get these three colors out. A little pinch of yellow. I'm telling you, that's all you need. That's why I use a chopstick to measure, because otherwise you put out way more than you need. When all you need is just a pinch, literally. And then this one is poppy pink. All right. Oh, I'm excited, Eileen. All right. Let's move the gesso a minute. I'm gonna need more baby. Oh, and I need to use these up. Okay. Here we go. trying to get it to kind of move a little and dissolve. Wait for it. Wait for it. And again, guys, it's hard to get in the crevice. Even though I'm bending the book as much as I can, you see how it's hard to get into the spine? All right, so here we go. Smack and drag. Smack and drag. Whoops, sorry, hit the camera. See if I can get a little more pink right there. There we go. All right. Is that yummy? It needs more green. I didn't put enough down, I guess, or it got too mixed in. So let's take a little bit more green, and I'll just let's just put a little bit on the page. I can't set it right there, so hang on. I'm going to put a little bit of the green actually on the page to get more green. Okay. All right. Here we go. Wait for it. Wait for it. I don't want to get mud. Maybe I should go up with it there. It looks like a peeling, whitewashed peeling paint. I mean, this stuff's dripping everywhere. I put way too much water on there. All right, so let me set this aside a minute. And I don't have gesso on this postcard, but let's see if we can pick up some of this pink. See, it looks like mud. No gesso. That's no gesso. We need more something. All right, so we've made mud here, so let's go ahead and clean that up. And Magicals is another one staining. My craft scrubby's going to get a workout when I'm done here. All right, so let's dry this, Eileen, and then you can pick some new colors. Janet's missing all the fun. And I know the book is sideways, guys, but I'm at an angle because my craft mat's at an angle. So I mean, I can turn it like, there we go. All right, let's get some of this brown up here. Oh my gosh, I'm loving it on the craft paper. Are you seeing that, Eileen? On the craft paper, it's awesome sauce. I know that's soaked on probably to 5 different pages through there, but whatever. Sandra wants some metallic and black. Okay, metallic, but I don't have metallic here. I have black. You mean in Magicals? I can do black, but I don't have any, like, metallic. I can use ink, gold ink, or I can put watercolor down first. You know, I can put these down. See, I tumped them over. I could put those down. What kind of gold should I use? I'm looking around at my inks and stuff. What I have in gold. I have some silks. I have some gold silks. I'd have to like paint that down first and then put the Magicals on top of it. Okay, I've got to go get something to drink, guys, either some juice or something. So I'm going to do a flip for us real quick. I want to do something on the cover. Let's do this. Wait, I got it. Wait. Oh, it needs some on the palm here. Isn't that cool? Okay, I'm going to let that sit for a minute while I go get some juice. Use ink for Xandra. Okay, let me go get something to drink, and then I'll be right back. And I'll wash my hands and get something to drink. My fingers are a little longer. Maybe I should just, like, make the fingerprints come up. Like that? Cool. All right. Let me go get some juice, guys. I'll be right back. And let me wash my hands. got some juice, threw some clothes in the dryer, check the mail. Whew. Oh. Okay. Put some cranberry juice instead of making fresh coffee. All right, we're still good. It's a little dark again. Let's dry this. Got postcards flying everywhere. All right. What else can I move here? All right, let me dry this. You're coloring in pot manga? I love that book, Merca. I know my color book girls are going, when are you going to color again? I'll get back to it. We'll get back to it, even if I have to do some recordings. Okay, it's still a little, let me get a baby wipe. It's still wet right there. And this may not stick. It may scratch off. I don't know. Okay, now, let's see what we got so far. Again, the canvas, this is clear gesso on the burlap rather. It's going to probably take a minute to dry. So I'm just putting some wax paper on that until I get back with the heat gun. All these pages are still damp. And look how much that shrunk. Can y'all see how much that shrunk? Like a ½ inch all the way around, like Sandra said it was going to do. I want it to be a hot mess. I want it to be very messy. And I'll go back to the canvas ones later. And I am going to do some cutouts in these like Sandra did. Okay, so there's a little bit of Dilutions, a little bit of FW, a little bit of Magicals. I think this one's my favorite, Eileen. I like it on the craft paper. You know, I love that on the craft with the gesso and the Magicals. So we have one more craft side here, and see how the ink is just, you know, it's running all over the place. I don't care. Okay, so now let's gesso these, and then Eileen or whoever can pick some more colors of Magicals or inks. Oh no, Xander wanted black and gold, right? Black Magicals with gold something. Inks or whatever I can scrounge up. I have the watercolors, but I think ink would be better for permanency. You got free sticky notes with your Poscas. Oh, awesome. Okay. I know, I go through those. All right, let me dry this. And it's weird, the lighting's especially weird because we're on the purple. But that's what I have to do the smack and dragon on. Oh, we still got 30 more pages to go, people. 30. At least. Because I'm not counting the burlap. There's 54 pages in this book. I'll be done before Paula comes on at 8. Oh. Alright, so let me move these Magicals and just leave out the black. Now, let me go look up here on my gold. What I got in gold? What do I have in gold ink? I have my gold calligraphy inks. Hang on, let me climb up here on the, shelf. This is kind of, it's not really, it's more yellow than gold, but it's shiny. Let's see what else. I know I got some gold here somewhere. And I've got some more Lindy sprays. Oh, here we go. Now I know where we're going. Here we go. All right, we're cooking now. We're cooking now. I got the Heidi Swap Gold Spray. Let's see if this baby still pumps up. Dee streamed and Paula, that's what I'm talking about. Okay. All right, it's shook up. All right, let's see if I can spray this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to spray the gold. Should I spray the gold or smack and drag the gold? Let's do a little of both. Let's see if I can get, I don't know if this is going to work, guys. I haven't used this in a hot minute. There it goes. Okay. All right, so there's some gold. Now, let me dry that. Can y'all see? Let me dry this, and then we'll do the magicals separate. Maybe we won't smack and drag everything. Maybe I'll just throw the magicals on the paper. Okay, well, my daughter's cheer team got their summit bid. Oh my gosh, congratulations! You're going to Disney. Yes, yes you are, Kmar. Oh, congratulations. That's a big deal if y'all are in the cheer, know anything about the cheer world. Going to getting a summit bid to go to Disney, that means like you got at least a partial payment paid for bid. Okay, this looks kind of brown, actually, Eileen. The black magicals, it says blazing black, so let's see what happens. So I'm going to put some here and some over here. And I'm not going to do a smack and drag, I'm going to do a spray and drip or something. We'll see. Oh my gosh, this is like indigo. It's like indigo. It's like indigo. Let's see if I can just drip it down here. Okay, so let me pick some of that up with my baby wipe. I just don't want to waste it all, you know. Especially in the crevice there. It's really always hard to get in there. What do you think? Oh, it needs some on this side. This really looks Seth Apter-ish. Oh my gosh, Eileen. Oh my gosh. It's not black though. It's indigo. Even though it says blazing black. It is, at least on gesso, it's indigo blue. All right, so let's see if I can make it go a little more. Let's go a little bit this way, shall we? Let's make it go more. What do y'all think? Yeah, black and gold. Now I can see the shimmer of the gold. I don't know if it shows up on camera. I'm going to have to sop some of this up, I think. It's going to take a while to dry. See if I can move some of those splotch around. I can see the shimmer of the gold. It's not like gold like Xandra does. And I sent all my shimmer inks to Xandra because I don't use them. I mean, this would probably be the one time I would ever use them. But Sandra does all her underwater mermaid stuff, and so I knew she would get the most use out of it. And the color is not as, it's a little flashed out. I'll try to get it up to the, okay, let's just close the book and get that smashed together there. So, I don't, let's see. Ah, you can see the gold. See the gold? That's that Heidi Swap spray gold. That's probably 5 years old, at least. I don't know how old that is. That color shine gold. All right, let's dry it a little more. Isn't that awesome, folks? You like it, Xander? Yeah. Janet's going to be jealous. Okay, yeah, there you go. I have 4 of, all right, well, I already had 1, and then I bought 3. These are the Bria Reese. Now, these are not the shiny, these aren't the glitter ones. They're just the plain ones. So let's try those like Eileen's making me. I mean, asking politely. So I have these are the only ones on clearance for $1.25 or whatever they were, 95 cents. This one is, and gosh, I cannot read this. What color is that? It's phthalo green, light blue, which looks teal to me. Then I have, is that raw umber, and, oh, this is gold, but it's not shimmery gold. So I don't know what kind of gold this is. I don't know. We'll try. Let's just put a little bit right here and see what happens. Let's just move a little bit of this gold on here with the brush. It's more, it looks more, you know, kind of a green color. Not really green, but here, let me close the book on it so it kind of soaks up both sides. It's kind of like a green gold. It's not like the Heidi Swap shimmery gold. But it adds a little bit more, more. Good idea to use those, Eileen, but now I gotta gesso some more. You're a magical fanatic, but I think the magic holes work the best so far. Yeah, I think so on the gesso, for sure, Eileen. They kind of have a mind of their own. I'm loving this though, right? Aren't you guys? And I think this is looking so cool because it's on the brown craft paper. But the Heidi Swap actually has like glittery bits in it. See the glittery bits? Okay, so there we go. Now, moving on. See how you can't get in the spine though. That's the only thing with this book. It like, you know, it's bumpy there. Like the Dilutions one lies flat. This one has got, well, it's because it's got canvas and burlap in it too, so, you know, let's be real. All right, let's get some more. Now we'll go with, we'll do a little of the, just to test the colors of the Bria Reese. I think I'm saying that right. Okay, but I'm going to slap on some gesso. And again, I'm not necessarily trying to get edge to edge. What a mess, right? Got a little thick right there. Yeah, I got some PH Martins too. I did pull this one off the shelf in case I couldn't find gold. This is like iridescent yellow, but it was, if I didn't find my Heidi swap, it was going to be the next best thing. Maybe we'll do some of that, some of the PH Martin. But I love that indigo. It's, you know, it's called Blazing Black, but it's an indigo. I love that. Indigo is one of my favorite colors. So. Okay, so let's see. Should we smack and drag? Let's go ahead and let's try some of the Bria Reese. So let's try the blue and the gold. Let's just try the blue and the gold together, and then maybe we'll do the green and the green and brown. I don't know about that. Okay, so I'm going to try the Bria Reese watercolor ink. So this is probably not going to be permanent. It's watercolor ink. I don't know if Sandra, have you tried these yet? In the shimmer or either one? To see if they're permanent. Not that it matters. I don't care. I'm mixing it up with dilutions, which are not permanent, you know. So, all right. So let me wet this down. And let's see what happens. I don't, you know, that green, it's kind of a green gold with the blue. So let's see what happens. Here we go. We're going to smack and drag. Smack and drag. And I can't get down in the crevice. But there we go. So there's the Bria. It's the gold and the blue, which of course is a yellowish color. We're making the green. So yeah. Look where I scraped the gesso with the card. See those lines, the striations? Let me see about fixing the lighting again. One more time. Sorry guys, I'm doing my best. Just wants to keep changing. Yeah, I gotta brighten that up. Yeah, came out okay. All right. So this is really mud now. So I can just see by looking at it, it's brown. So let's just go ahead and get rid of that. More baby wipes. All right, let's dry this. It's not as good as Magicals, I can tell you that, Eileen. It's pretty, but it's no Magicals. Oh, let's see if I can get my light again here. Hang on, guys. I love this. Let's throw some Magicals on here, Eileen. Let's throw some green on here. Luscious Lime or Chartreuse. Let's go with Chartreuse. I'm going to throw some green on here. This just isn't enough. We need more. Something. Oh, I better wet it down before I... Let's just smack it together. Let's see what we get. See, look at the magicals, how much magical it is. See how much more vibrant it is, bright with the magicals? You gotta speak highly of those magicals, Eileen, for sure. There are some awesome inks. All right, let's dry that. We're only on the first signature. We have 3 more signatures to go. Let me see what time it is. I might have to start another video. Yeah, we're at 2.5 hours. We did a little 15-minute haul at the beginning. Okay, I'm going to start another video. I'm not going to reboot or anything. I'm just going to, like, save this one and start another. Unless somebody else is streaming. I don't know. Paula's streaming at 8. Janet's not around. I don't know if anybody else is streaming. Let me know now, because I'm going to start another one. So let's take a quick little... I haven't done anything on the cover here. And then I have wax paper here because the clear gesso on the burlap is still wet. I need to, put some more heat gun to that in a little while. Let me fix the color again. Oh my gosh. There we go. Hey, Jean. All right, so we got that. We got this. We got that. This. This is the canvas. And then I'm not doing anything else with the burlaps now. And I am going to do some cutting. Maybe, let's see, Sandra. Do I want to do that one? Well, I can't do the other one. It's still wet. But what about a big heart in the middle? Did you do a heart, Sandra? What did you cut in the middle of yours? Is Sandra still here? Did she cut a big heart in hers? Or I know she did wavy edges. But did she cut out a hole? Or even some circles would look cool with this. Should I give it a go? Let's just go for it. There. We can stick this over here somewhere. We'll save that for something. So, yeah. Oh, that's really crooked, isn't it? Hang on. It'll probably be more crooked after it gets shrinks. There we go. Is that cool? Looks like a planet, right? Okay, let's keep rolling here. Flip. I love the craft paper. See? I think this one right here is my favorite page, Eileen. But I like this one too. Still very damp. And it's got the little gold in it. If y'all are just joining me, Jean and whoever, I'm working out of that Dina. Dina Wakley Media Journal. Okay, that's as far as we got. So we are into the second signature now. We're into the second signature. So let's see. I'm not going to do the canvas. We got 1, 2, 3, 4. 13. We got about 35 more pages. Okay, so I'm going to stop this video because we're running out of time. And I'm going to start a new one. So if y'all, if you're not bored, I'll be right back. I'm not going to leave you guys. I'm just going to start a new recording. And if you're watching, bless your heart.